Your window of opportunity is rapidly closing, and I don't want you to miss out on the best opportunity that you have right now to leverage an investment in the housing market. So stay with me. As we know, interest rates have started to come down, and they are predicted to continue in a downward trend for 2023. At first glance, this may seem like a really good thing for buyers, and in some ways it is, right? It's making the cost of borrowing money a lot more affordable. The problem is, if it's more affordable for one buyer, it's more affordable for all buyers, which means that that's going to drive a lot more competition in the housing market. Just today, I wrote an offer on a property for $15,000 over asking because the listing agent already had multiple offers in hand. This is kind of bringing me back to the COVID market when there would be a line of people out the door and around the corner at any given showing. And actually at this property, we did come up when another party was viewing the home. So that is the first time I've seen that in probably 3 months in our market. So this is a telltale sign that things are shifting and that buyers in our market are reacting to these lower interest rates. So the way that that's going to affect everything is because there's more competition, sellers don't have to work as hard to earn the sale of their home. What we were seeing for the past few months is that while prices had come down because interest rates were so high and so many buyers had been priced out of the market, sellers had to make up for that, right? They had to offer all kinds of concessions and compensation to make a buyer feel good about buying their home. So I was seeing them bridge appraisal gaps, pay for repairs that they wouldn't normally pay for, offer closing credits in the listing before people even came to see. Like up front, they were offering 1 or 2% closing credits, which is, a good chunk of change for a buyer to then buy down the interest rate and enjoy a lower monthly payment. So what I am seeing is that it's like almost overnight, the switch has flipped and sellers are not really trying to offer that in a lot of cases. I will say it does take a little while for the market to catch up with itself. So there's still a whole lot of opportunity out there. And my main point to you, if you are thinking about buying, is that you should try to leverage some of that opportunity before it's too late, before we see crazy buyer demand, crazy competition like we were seeing before. We also know in our local economy that we're in a huge period of economic growth here in the Reno Sparks market. I attended the EDAWN luncheon a few days ago, which is the Economic Development Authority of Western Nevada, and they went over all of the statistics and numbers for our economy here, and it's mind-blowing. Our city has grown so much, and it's going to continue. There's no sign of stopping. Just last week, Tesla made a huge announcement about expanding their factory that's going to bring 3,000 new jobs into our market. That is just one of many companies that are expanding here. Overall, this facade of a buyer's market that we've kind of been sitting in, I believe is about to come to an end. I'm seeing it in real time on the ground here, so you need to get in and maximize that if you're trying to buy a house. This whole scenario actually bears quite well for sellers because as interest rates come down, more and more buyers are going to have their buying power given back to them, right? So that's going to mean a lot more competition in the market, as I've been saying, and that's going to drive prices up. It's going to enable sellers to stop giving so many concessions because there are already going to be so many more buyers demanding properties. And of course, we already know that we have a shortage of housing here. I mean, that's been a reality and actually an emergency in our market. And with all the expansion of Tesla and all these other companies, that's just going to be even more of a factor as housing becomes more affordable. And I say affordable in terms of interest rates. It's going to drive prices up. So if selling your home has been vaguely on your horizon, you might want to start thinking about getting all the pre-listing items put together. We can chat about that if you want to book a call with me. There's a link in the description box below. Actually, anybody who's thinking about making a move, buying or selling, I would love to be a resource for you. You can book a call with me at your convenience. No pressure, no obligation, just 30 minutes of our time to share and connect and see if we might be a good fit to work together. So yeah, click that link in the description box below. And if you haven't already, make sure that you hit the like and that subscribe button. I put out videos every single week about the Reno Sparks housing market, all things to do with the Reno Sparks lifestyle, and anything else I feel like throwing in there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.